Hi, this is Compound Interest Stock Guy, and today we're going to be talking about Wayland Group and their joint venture with World International Cannabis. So stay tuned. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Helps my channel grow. I appreciate it. And give me a thumbs up if you like the video. And yeah, I want to disclose also I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment information purposes. Do not buy or sell stock based on anything I talk about in this video. Buy or sell after you did your research, your due diligence, and you like the investment that you're pursuing. So Wayland just had news recently, so I'm going to read you the news. Wayland selected as one of 3 groups pending review period for cannabis production licenses in Germany. So what happens is a final decision will be made no earlier than April 17th, 2019. So it's pretty much a done deal. But of course, it's not 100% for sure. And the board chairman, Paul Pathak, he congratulates them. And Ben Ward, he says, we hope and expect to see similar successes in other international markets where Wayland has made similar early entries. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So this is the chart on Wayland. So this was in 2017. It was this is on a weekly chart, and it hit a high of 448 on January 21st before it started crashing down, and it's been crashing down ever since. But now it seems as though the trend's gonna change, I believe, because this news is really big in my opinion, because they have the biggest facility in Germany. They have a 50,000 square feet facility, and they're going to get a license. They already have EU-GMP and for distribution and for importing, and they have the one in Langton that's EU-GMP. So they're really connected as far as Germany goes to being a monster. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. And Bright Fruit Group, they estimate that Germany's medical cannabis market is worth 73 million in 2018, and it's forecast to grow to 2.7 billion in 2023. So that's pretty big. 2023 is going to be 2.7 billion. So that's a huge number. So I'm going to talk about what the holdings are, because a lot of people don't understand what this deal is, and at first I didn't understand it at all, and I thought it was pretty shitty. But I'm starting to grow on the deal in some ways, because ICC's already they did a private placement to get $45 million, and then with Wayland just got all these drawdowns for money, so I think it's all going towards this deal. So yeah, it says they have a 35,000 EU GMP import agreement for 3 years with Wayland Group. So they're going to share it, and 2,400 kilograms of CBD isolate they produced in 2018, and over 2,700 cannabis strains and 39,100 pharmacies, and representing 110 clients in 16 countries. And there's 19 licenses for cultivations spanning 4 continents. And they expect to do 50,000 kgs of CBD isolate in 2019, and 740,000 kilograms of forecasted dried from outdoor cannabis cultivation. Well, I think that's pretty lofty. So I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen. But regardless, they're going to do pretty big things. This guy, this CEO and director, he was he was employed as a legal advisor for BHP Billiton, which is one of the biggest mining companies in the world. and he has 30 years of experience in acquisition of assets and joint ventures. And he's an advocate of the High Court of South Africa. So that guy seems pretty solid. Okay, so and this Michael Martins, he's the president. Okay, he has experience within the medical cannabis field for more than a decade, and he's designed and operated numerous facilities and is focused on scientifically developing growing system and protocols to produce the highest quality pharmaceutical grade cannabis in the world. So this guy's he's got experience with agriculture and horticulture. So let's look at their holdings. Uh, oh. So they have a Danish facility in Denmark. They say it mirrors industry peers such as Canopy Growth and T-God and Aurora and CanTrust. And it's 100 acres. And they have plans for GMP manufacturing. And they have a Polanabis Holdings. It says they have access to over 850 acres of premium hemp crops to produce up to 6,800 tons of material for CBD extraction. And Theros Pharma, which is in UK, and it's an early stage company that has successfully imported cannabis to UK patients with a prescription for medical cannabis. So that's gonna get them into UK. Enigma controls one of the first hemp licenses to be issued in Portugal. So they have a hemp license in Portugal, and it authorizes them to use 400 acres of fertile agriculture land in Portugal. So that's pretty cool. And Haxon AG. So they've already imported THC distillate, Wayland did, to Switzerland, and they're expecting a license in Q2. And they've been applying for it for near 18 months. And 10-hectare property in Thurgo. And they're saying that they're on track to become the first commercial production THC license holder in Switzerland. And 2019, they expect 4 million revenue and 4.2 million in CapEx to get it to 14,000 kilograms. So they're saying that they're going to do 2,000 kilograms, and gross margin they're saying greater than 50%. So they have a medical cannabis cultivation license by the Greek government. So it says EU has a population of over 500 million and approximately 16.5 million tourists visit Greece each year. So that's, now they have Italy. frontrunner for the first of 7 licenses to be issued by the government for THC, and 50.1% ownership in newly formed entity with Italian CBD factory, and strategic partners with the Prevalent Agriculture Company in Ossiminio. And they have available 400 actors. So they have production of CBD for recreational purposes, and it says THC for medical purposes, but I don't think they have that license. So that's what the facility would have. Malta, they were awarded a license to manufacture finished dose medical cannabis by Malta Enterprise. So that's all types of things. The license permits the company to supply its Maltese operation with raw materials that will then undergo advanced post-processing to create pure cannabis distillates, allowing for true pharmaceutical manufacturing. Commercial production of distillates is integral for the company as it advances the timeline for delivery of its full suite of products to European markets where such products are legal. So they've received an initial 2,750 square meters for allocation. They don't have that, but that's how much I think they can have. They've been granted an exclusive license agreement with which permits the cultivation, manufacturing, and export of medical cannabis. Macedonia, they own a 12% stake in Alkaloid Ad Sculpci. They operate 2 flagship profit centers for pharmaceuticals and chemicals and cosmetics and botanicals. So this is the pharmacy agreement. Marathon Global has an exclusive agreement with Cosmos Holdings, a European distributor. Approximately 35,000 pharmacies in 16 countries. So it's a distribution network that Marathon Global is. And they have Canna Colombian. They hold licenses to cultivate, produce, hold, sell, and export cannabis and cannabis derivatives. So they're saying that the Colombia's cannabis park is forecasted to produce between 25,000 and 40,000 kilograms of dried cannabis per year. And once fully optimized, to generate up to 500,000 kilograms of dried cannabis. 13 hectares of, so it's pretty big. Canna Africa. License to cultivate, manufacture, supply, hold, import, export, and transport cannabis and derivative products. Access to innovative consumer products. Provide cannabis products to over 2,800 independent and corporate pharmacies across South Africa. So it's independent 2,800 pharmacies across South Africa. Late-stage medical cannabis applicant coupled with a Northern Territory sponsorship, securing land parcel in Darwin, Australia. Medicare is Australia's universal healthcare system. So yeah, that's what they got going on. And the way that the world deal works with Wayland is every shareholder of Wayland, when the deal goes through, then they'll get like I think 1.3 share uh of World. So we're gonna, because I'm a shareholder of Wayland, I'll get shares in this company. And this company is expected to go onto the NASDAQ or the NYSE, and they're on the CSE right now. So that's going to be pretty big for them. And because the share price is pretty low, it's around 37 cents. I expect they're going to pump it up, like the price up, but I think they're going to have to do a reverse split. That's what I think. So we'll see. So Wayland is building a facility that's completely automated, and it's got Rockwell automation, and they trade on the OTCQB markets and Frankfurt. So yeah, they're growing up to I think 900,000 square feet. So you're gonna have a very big square footage eventually. Eventually, they're gonna be able to grow about 95,000 kilograms. And yeah, so it's going to be pretty impressive, their facility. Now, the things that are kind of crazy with this whole deal is a lot of people don't really like Ben Ward, and I don't know, it's pretty tough, I guess. But basically, I think this deal is going to work out, and I don't think Ben Ward's going to be. This is just my hope. I don't know if they're going to find someone to operate the Canadian business, because sounds as though Ben Ward, he's too interested in the global business. So I'm speculating that he's going to be a board member on World, because I don't know, that's just what I think. And they're going to find someone else to replace him for CEO of Wayland, and that's just what I'm hoping for. But we'll see. Uh, I think by the end of this year, it's going to be a really good year for Wayland. The price is just starting to come back. Oh, the ride for Wayland's like it's so crazy. Trust me, it's so crazy. I've been a shareholder with this company for over 18 months. I think, yeah, it's just been so effing crazy. But I think it's pretty amazing that they're going to get a license in Germany, and they're going to be able to grow in Germany. And that's what they have, the 800,000 square feet facility in Germany, and that's what they're going to be able to grow in. And they'll be able to use 50,000 square feet, and then they can build it up to maybe 150,000 square feet or something like that later on. But 2,000, I mean 600 kilograms, they don't need that much square footage. But that's really good because Germany's the key to Europe, to dominating the cannabis market in Europe. That's the biggest market in Europe. And then I think the next step is to try to be dominant in South America. So we'll see. Anyways, I hope you like this video and you learned something, and yeah, give me a thumbs up, and until next time, peace.